for now?
Yes, I absolutely believe so, because it has captured, a whole lot of new areas that hasn't been looked at before. Although the whole idea of this rebasing, it's more like a cosmetic depiction of our economy, just in tandem with what Prof has, stated. So it doesn't give, in real terms, the state of our economy, but it gives an idea on, how the economy looks like for us to make an informed decision, strategic decisions on what to do, to bring about, the desired outcome. So frankly speaking, I still would reiterate that at the heart of this development lies the need, for strategic reforms in a way that it would touch upon the lives and livelihoods of Nigerians. It is very important, we look at that. We have, Prof has touched upon some areas of the economy that can, be looked at, reforms can be made. In addition, also, we have to look at the power sector. What is the power sector like? Look at all the developing, or rather the developed economies. What is their power sector like? What is the power consumption attributed to each Nigerian today? I think it's around 180 kilowatts today, compared with other countries that does in thousands, even within our African, contemporary countries. So it is important we look at those areas and see how we could, potentially make impact in those regards. Also, areas also that touches upon the real economy is important. Areas that gives jobs, employment, areas that people get incomes into their households is really important. The government needs to look at that and see how it can be impactful. And also, the uneven distribution of resources is also important. Earlier, I mentioned that the income per head in Nigeria is around $1,000, but this $1,000 does not cut across the entire population in Nigeria. How many people are getting access to that $1,000 in real terms? That's why I say it's just a statistical, depiction. If you look at it, a major chunk of the income goes, to the minority part of the population, while the overwhelming number are living, in abject poverty, in serious hardships, and all of that. So it takes for strategic reforms by the government to see that such kind of, economic benefit or impact cut across, ordinary Nigerians. If we anticipate, for instance, the CNG initiative to work very well across the entire country, this will ameliorate the cost of transportation. This will bring about succor to Nigerians. Even goods and services. We have seen Dangote now that have taken the front stage in bringing in 4,000 CNG trucks, and I believe he's going to bring more. So by so doing, he said he's going to distribute fuel across the country at zero transportation cost. So what would happen if the government comes up with policy that would say, okay, farmers now moving goods from the farmlands to, the communities, utilizing CNG trucks, that will cut down, it will slash down, the transportation cost, moving also goods from strategic part of the countries from one location to another with such kind of CNG trucks would also equally cut down transportation cost. We have seen the train lines that are going on. Some of them are utilizing CNG, and it's even cheaper to travel from Abuja to Kaduna on train than using the public transport, than using the normal, buses or cars that utilizes petrol or diesel. Is far cheaper. So if this can be extended to other part of the countries, these are policies that would, have direct impact on Nigerians, build more real infrastructures that would address transportation issue, enhance and improve and unbundle, the power sector in a way that there will be power independence. People also, and I've seen strategic moves, by the government, but they need to do more. in trying to promote this renewable energy of a thing, where power can be generated in a more, efficient way, and that would have more impact and at less cost for ordinary Nigerians. So there are a lot of things that, if you sum them up, would have a meaningful impact on the ordinary Nigerian. That is why I'm happy with the recent recalibration of the GDP. It gives us more confidence and it gives us more, idea on where to put in our, X, So it's a good one, but it takes also a collective effort from both the public, the private sector, and all well-meaning Nigerians to see how we can register our impact at both personal levels and also at, the public levels. So it's really important we do that.
Thank you, Farouk. And Aliu, with the services sector, of course, dominating at 57.5%, how do we